This is our first time venturing into the Snowy River National Park, and oh man, have we been completely blown away by this area. The mountains seem taller, and the valleys deeper. It feels more secluded than any part of the high country I've been so far, and I don't reckon we've even scratched the surface. Day 1, we descend down towards the river from the west to find Jackson's Crossing Campground. The tracks are pretty steep, but there's no obstacle too gnarly. After a few wrong turns and no through roads, we came to a private property gate that allowed travellers to pass through the property to access the river. The owners of these properties are the unsung heroes of this area. We appreciate you. We were only a couple hundred metres from Jackson's Crossing Campground, with the Snowy separating us. Crossing to the island was no drama, but the second leg of the crossing, being the end of winter, was flowing quickly, and we weren't going to risk it by ourselves. At this time of year in the future, we'll travel in from the east. Lesson learned. As it was late in the evening, we set up camp right down on the riverbed, hoping that we weren't encroaching on the private property. We figured with the way we like to camp, other than a little more ash and an existing fireplace, we wouldn't even be able to tell that we were there. This place is unreal. I was running around with the camera, trying to catch the beautiful evening light before it disappeared. I hope I did this place justice. We stayed warm around the campfire and watched the stars overhead before hitting the hay. Potentially unpopular opinion, porridge has got to be one of the best camping breakfasts. We ate brekkie in the sun and watched the sparrows chase each other around in the sky. Jumping back in the patrol, we exited the same way that we came in. Braked for lunch at Little River and took a short walk to see the falls. An unexpected next stop was Little River Gorge. We nearly didn't even get out of the car to do the walk, but I'm so stoked we did. We had no idea what we were stumbling upon until we got up onto the platform and the landscape just dropped away. I can tell you for a fact, the camera does not do this place justice. This is the deepest gorge in Victoria, with some sections up to 500 metres deep. I don't know how I had never heard of this place before. Pressing on from here, we travelled along Mckillops Road that gets coined the most dangerous road in the Vic High Country. While I reckon that title is a little overhyped. It was very narrow, with lots of blind corners, and in some places a sheer drop off to the side of the road. Let's just say we were pretty happy we didn't come up against anyone heading the other direction. Camp for the Night is a spot I'd seen footage of a number of times before, but just had to check out for myself. This is Little River Junction campsite, where Little River connects to the Snowy. We had the place to ourselves, so we picked a prime spot with a beautiful view down the valley. Light rain deterred us from hanging around camp too long in the morning, so we hit the road early. Before long, we were faced with one of the key reasons why I had planned to do this trip, the magnificent Mckillops Bridge. This bridge had a bumpy start to its existence. It was washed away with flash floods just a few days before its planned opening in 1934. It was then rebuilt another 5 metres taller to a total of 22 metres in 1936 and still stands at that spectacular height today. Travelling through this area, it's impossible not to notice the amount of devastation that occurred from the bushfires at the end of 2019. We pulled up to take in nature's unbelievable ability to regenerate. We called it camp at the very charming Goongerah campsite, where we had a well overdue shower and relaxed into the arvo. To round out the trip, we thought it was only appropriate to find a beach camp on the way home to break up the big drive. Dude, did we hit the jackpot with the campground at Pitmans Beach. Tucked in behind the dunes, guarded by the wind, it is incredibly clean and well facilitated, especially considering it's free. We made the most of the beautiful sunny weather at the beach before spending one last night around the campfire. If you want to know any more about this trip, I've got links to the campsites and route we took in the description below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.